What happened? Did I turn off the phone? Glad I noticed. Anyway, I have no idea where it cut off. I think I was saying how ridiculous the idea is that I would come to the point in the middle of the night, because I never do. That's like sort of what my shtick is, right? Oh no, is Poppy way up there? Come on, Pop. Oh man, there he is. I thought Poppy was way ahead of us. Poppy's way back there. Anyway, the point is that maybe if you go through your life and you find all these little things that you may have done that were adaptive for you individually at any given point. Perry's trying to knock me over now, which actually he probably could if he wanted. Come on, Pear! Poppy, whoever. Perry's here. I think that's Poppy that's crying. That's way up there. Well, this is not even my cat. Oh no, it is. It's Poppy. Here he comes. Can you see him? Probably not. Anyway, in theory, look at Perry. Look at him being cute. My theory is that maybe if you do the adaptive things that you used to do one at a time, like one time worked. I was talking about running, which really is boring for me. Maybe if I got like an audiobook or something, it wouldn't be so boring. But it's like really boring. It's also physically like really painful. 7 miles when you have basically done nothing but a few strolls. I mean, okay, in Vegas, I don't know how long I was walking around, hours and hours, but you stop. You like check something out and you stop and take a picture, and then you have to get something to eat and blah blah blah. It's not just like a couple hours straight, which is what I did. And I was just walking. God, running. What the heck? How could I have done that? Jeez. But I did. I think doing, sort of like going through the past, figuring out what worked at any given time, figuring why that worked. And so you know exactly, so you're not like, oh, this is going to be a miracle, poof, I'll do this and life will be grand. But knew exactly what it was about that thing, whatever it was you did, why it worked for you at that moment in time. Pear. He's humping along. He's a humping along. Here it comes. Can you see him? There, you can see him a little bit. Here he is. Come on. He's just sitting there. Whatever, he'll get eventually. And there's Poppy. Yeah, I can keep them straight. And I'm sure that Percy is around here somewhere, and I just haven't picked him up yet. Pansy is in the house because she's smart. Right, Pops? She's like, forget this crap. Back to the point. I think if you stack the things that have worked in the past, in theory, I don't know that this is work. This is what I just happen to be doing. I have no idea if this is going to work. And I bet you all have thought about it before me. But I never really sort of put two and two together because, why would I? I've always thought in the past that if you have some thing that's working really good for you and is a distraction and it's something to focus on and it's very adaptive, it's very healthy for you, physically, mentally, and lets you, get past whatever crap you're going through at that moment. I think very much they can be of the moment. And I think there's a start time when they start to work, and there's an end time when they don't work anymore. I have so many people saying, there's Percy. What did I tell you? Let me see if I can get some light you can see him. Poppy, Perry, Percy. I told you he was following me. He's always there, but just can't see him because he's Mr. Stealth. Anyway, I have a lot of people asking me, why didn't I do a marathon? I did a half marathon. I'm like, geez, you realize it's twice as far? It's twice as much time? I mean, really, once you get to the point of being able to do a half marathon physically, it's not that much harder to do a whole marathon. It really isn't. Really doesn't take that much more training. But the time, God, it's so much time. There's so many other things I could be doing. So no. And I kept thinking, well, I could do 5K. And then I was like, well, 5K is really long. Well, you know what? A 5K that I thought was a 5K actually is closer to a 10K. And truthfully, just doing what would be the equivalent of a 5K, also, what's the point? I mean, you just basically get started and then you're done. So I think this 10K route actually is really good for me. And maybe I'll start walking it, and maybe I'll even start running it more frequently. And maybe that will work for me, and it'll go with the travel. And it'll be what I do when I'm not traveling. Again, time issue. Poppy, Perry, Percy probably in the woods, following again. I don't know. So I think maybe this is a possibility. Maybe everybody else in the world was like, duh. How come you didn't think of this? Because I didn't. Because it hasn't worked in the past. Because maybe this is a fluke. Maybe this is nothing. Maybe it will make things worse. Maybe it will make things more stressful. I don't know. Completely off in another direction. I think I've already said this. I'm seriously thinking about getting a gimbal, which basically makes walking, talk type videos more steady, so they don't, you don't get seasick. Which would mean, do you see my guy sitting down? Although he's probably really tired because 3 legs. It mean that I'd be able to do more videos during the day. I don't know if that's good or that's bad. I'm considering it. On the one hand, I'm like, that's kind of an expensive toy. On the other hand, I'm like, I have the money, and that's 2 weeks worth of groceries? Okay, way more than 2 weeks worth of groceries. But I'll just be obnoxious. 2 weeks worth of groceries. There's Perry. There's Poppy. Percy is who knows where. So I'm trying to convince myself basically to get a gimbal. Maybe my videos will have better quality soon. Haha, what a joke that is. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been biding my time so that the evil supervisor, who's such a joke, and I mean, everybody's complaining about her, goes away. Yeehaw. I didn't have to quit. I have thought of it so many times. Not even gonna lie. Then I'm like, geez, maybe it's